Hey, welcome to this week's Mortgage Minute with Mitch. So hopefully you had an amazing meal yesterday with your family and enjoyed Thanksgiving. So welcome to Black Friday. So as far as mortgage news this week, rates pretty much maintained. We kept a lot of the gains that we saw a couple weeks ago, and a lot of that's because of the Federal Reserve releasing their minutes this week, which is a summary of the November meeting. And what they said was basically we might see a little bit of a let-up in the way they've been increasing mortgage rates. So the last several hikes were 75 basis points, kind of puts the odds of December's rate hike at about 50 basis points, which would be a great sign that maybe things are going to start slowing down. Hopefully that's the case. We also saw the employment numbers come out, so the initial claims and continuing claims, both of those went up about 17,000 and 48,000 respectively. So while that's not great news for people losing their jobs, that should in turn help cool the inflation numbers. That's one of the things the Fed's been watching. Now what's not helping though is some of these retail figures that are coming out. So a lot of the retail numbers came back stronger than expected, and with inflation being up and unemployment being up, it's kind of like, well, how are these numbers as good as they are? The answer, unfortunately, is credit cards. So we've seen year over year about a 15% increase in credit card debt. So not a great sign. I'll always preach use them sparingly. They can certainly get you into a lot of trouble. So try not to use those credit cards whenever possible going into the holiday season. The big thing to watch going into next week is going to be the potential for a railway strike again. So we did avert one a couple months ago. It was a temporary measure though, so the union is still not happy, and we could see a potential strike, which would be catastrophic. I mean, the U.S. economy would lose about $2 billion per day, and that would basically reverse any gains that we've seen in these inflation numbers. So fingers crossed we can come up with a way to avert that strike. So out of this weekend, Cavaliers, the streaky Cavaliers, so 1-8 straight, lost 5 straight. Now they're on a 4-game win streak. They have a tough test, so 4 games in the next 6 days. Tonight they face the Bucks. Sunday, the Browns are going to be facing the Bucks, the Buccaneers. Tom Brady's in town. And lastly, the big game of the weekend is going to be the Ohio State Buckeyes facing the team up north. So 12 o'clock on Saturday. Some history to be made. So first time since 2006 these teams are meeting undefeated. Back then they were number 1 and number 2. This week they're number 2 and number 3. So if you remember back in 2006, the Buckeyes did win 42-39. So let's hope for some exciting football and a win for the Buckeyes. So the week ahead looks pretty nice. I mean, 40s and 50s temperatures. The only day right now that looks like it could snow is Thursday. So get out and get those Christmas decorations up. Enjoy the weekend. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.